All right. So we're going to kind of, like I said before, we're going to try and sort of focus sort of one class on pinning and then one class on guarded work and flip-flop between the two. So last last Monday we were looking at attacking the Kimura, looking at that Kimura position. It's gonna keep that as a bit of a running theme as well, so you can still kind of get that sort of repetition to kind of play around with that idea as well. But I want to try and kind of work on this principle of not so much the idea of passing the guard, but attacking the guard. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, we're in a guarded position. A guarded position is when, let's go this way just a little bit, and come towards me. Perfect. So let's just go to a closed guard. So we're in a closed guard position here, yeah? We're in a closed guard position. This leg's here. He has control, agreed? Because he's controlling my hips with his legs, he's got control of me, all right? For me, I need to try and get past this legs or get out. I need to take away the control that he has somehow, right? So I've got to try and take away that control. There's different ways of doing this. You don't have to generally, we always used to say, pass the guard, yeah? It's not always the case. You can always use this to set up, or you can start to look to try and set up other potential options, okay? And we're going to look at some different ideas and concepts on how to sort of attack this position a little bit more and make it a little bit more difficult for him to control me, okay? All right, so here's the first thing all I want you to do. Person on top, all I want you to try and do for now is to try and open the guy's legs and keep them open, okay? So when you're here, you can do this from your knees, you can do this from standing, however way you want. Just try and find a way of opening the legs, okay? We'll look at things a little bit more detailed afterwards, but I want you to find a way opening the legs, okay? Person on the bottom, I want you to try and find the Kimura. Yeah, so the Kimura that we did the other day, let's just show the position. So you've got one arm here, so the little finger to little finger, he's reaching up all the way over my arm and holding his own wrist. This position, okay? So he's trying to do that. So that's his goal, is to try and find that Kimura position. Let's do this a couple of times with your partner. So with your partner, just play around with it a couple of times. So you get to the position, so you know the position that you're aiming for, and then try it from there, yeah? So person on the bottom, you're going to have to control, think about alignment, posture, base, and structure to try and get to this position. Okay, cool? Make sense? I mean, it might be a bit, but we'll claim it. We'll get through it. Everyone good? Cool. All right, play around with that. 1, 2, 3. Cool, mate. No worries. Yeah, go all around. You have to go around all the houses to get there, don't you? Yeah. All right, see you in a bit. Keep flip-flopping, guys. Keep flip-flopping, yeah? Nice. Once you go over to try and keep them open, let's do another minute or so. Okay, thanks. Don't worry, definitely not got that to worry about, because we're not making any money from YouTube, ever. I don't know, it just explodes one day, everyone goes mad. Everyone cool? How was that? Good, yeah? What were you doing to try and keep the legs apart? Where were you controlling? Where were your points of control, if any? Oh, when you were on top or on the bottom? Yeah, when you're on top. So you were trying to push a leg down. Like, yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. So when opening the legs, so the first thing we all had to do was trying to open the legs. You try to push one leg down. It's cool. Valid. Anyone? Yes. Knee in the butt. You need them in the butt. And then pin the hips. Yeah. So that's another big thing, right? Is to try and keep them controlled. By keeping them controlled, I can pin their hips. Yeah. So I've got both hands on the hips. So if I've got Chip, I was doing a similar thing. Okay. Pinning the hips to where I want them. Yeah. And trying to move myself backwards. Yeah. When I'm opening the guard, yeah. Yes, absolutely. You could start trying to push the guard open here because you're just putting a forward pressure on the ankles. All right. So, but that is the big thing, right? Is that I'm putting pressure onto the ankles to open. Yeah. By putting pressure on the leg, I'm putting pressure on the leg, but this is not what's opening the guard. It's the pressure on the ankle that's opening the guard. So if I push forward, okay, it might open. I can't push down. So I push down. I know. Yeah, no, it's fine. It helped me out. It's good. So help me prove a point. If I push down into my leg, nothing's going to happen because my leg's in the way. Okay. But in all scenarios, I need to be moving my hips backwards. Yeah, into here. So where I did, I put the pressure on the hips, keep the hips where they are. So I keep the person where he is, and I start to move myself backwards. Open the legs, yeah? This could be done from standing, right? So if I stand, if I can pin the hips and push my hips backwards, same thing, legs open, yeah? So just a couple of little ways of trying to open the legs, but same thing is to try and stop the person from moving their upper body so you can move yourself backwards, yeah? So you're taking away, you're putting yourself into a base, yeah? You're changing your base to be able to create the task that you want, yeah, to create force. Okay, so here, fine, but I can't just do anything. I can't move back. I'm not, I'm stuck here. I might have a strong base for stability, but not for the goal that I want, which is to move backwards. So I might change my base a little bit to try and move myself backwards. Yeah, so I can do that. So think about that when we're moving forward. Okay, once you had the legs open, where were you controlling, if you were controlling, or did you kind of go, your legs open, don't worry about it, it's starting. Because it's happened. I probably did it as well. Okay. Let's try this then. We're going to go up. We're going to start from standing now with the legs on the hips. So we're going to start from here. Okay, the goal for me is to try and remove his connections. Okay, yeah, I've got to try and find ways to remove the connection that he has of me, yeah. So he's going to try, but he's got to try and keep a connection to me. All right, so I'm going to find ways of trying to do that. Okay, yeah, we'll do that for now, and then we're going to we'll start blending some other stuff into this shortly. Okay, so for now, I'm looking for ways of trying to remove these connections from me and try and keep them removed. Okay, start with your hands on the knees. Start with the hands on the knees and see how you get on. Okay.
No grips on the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom you can start to, let's say no upper body grips. So you can grip the legs, but you can't grip the upper body for now. Okay. Cool. Good. So no upper body grips, just the legs. Okay. Making connections. I've got to try and free the connections and try and keep them off me as best I can. You've got to try and make those connections back. Yeah, so that could be hooks, that could be wrapping around, wherever he wants. Look, yeah, good. Okay, cool. Not only that, think about pinning. Can you pin something to stop them from keeping the connection? Yeah, can you use your body to pin that limb or that structure? Okay, cool. Staying standing. Nothing. Just trying to remove the connection. Stay in the fire. Sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it? Okay, everyone good? Give it a go. 1, 2, 3. Grab a new part. Okay, let's go. We'll put 5 minutes on. Keep changing, so keep flip-flopping, all right? No upper body grips, you cheats. Yes, one. Good, try and find ways of removing those limbs. Can you pin those limbs? Can you pin those limbs? Trying to keep a connection to him. Keep your legs on him. That's it, try and find ways of pinning those. Can you pin them? Can you pin them? Can you, what else could you use? Ah. Good. Yep, good. Do what? Keep hold of him. Try and keep hold of him. Try and keep your legs on the inside of him. Try that. Try and keep your legs on the inside. In between his legs. Try and keep both your legs in between his legs. That's it. Try and keep him there. Okay, try and remove those and see if you can pin anything. You good? Keep flip-flopping. So remove it, keep flip-flopping, keep flip-flopping. Yeah, good. Start wherever you like. Good, let's go. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. That's it, nice, yes. Yes. Can you push that below your knee? Can you push his legs below your knee? Good. Excellent. Can you use your arms and your legs to pin the person? Can you use your arms and legs to pin the person? You can use your knee if you want, or you could use your foot. If you want.
We don't have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah, if I don't.
maybe attach to his legs then. Or even start in the middle, yeah. There you go. There you go. Start with that. Ready, go. Good. That's it. That's it. Always change the game to make it work. Don't wait for me. That's good. Okay, how can you use your hands to get rid of his legs? His frames. Yeah, that's good. Push down now. What's the strongest part of a lever? What's the strongest part of a lever?
Strongest part of the lever?
Yeah. End of it.
The end?
Yeah. So what's the end of the lever? Yes. So can you start pushing his ankles? Yes. Great work, great work. Good. Okay, what about now pushing down or even lifting up? What would happen if you lift his legs up? Lift those end of the levers up. You could use one hand, you could use two hands. You don't have to hook. Now things have become interesting. That's it. Can you push down? Well, you could lift up as well. He's going to run away. That's good. That's good. That's good. Keep going. You're right. You're good. You're good. Just try and keep. That's it. Good. Try and push. Can you step? Can you push legs up to upend them to take away their base? Yeah. Good. Okay. See what happens if you were to control the end of the lever, the legs, so the ankles. See what would happen to him if you start grabbing the ankles and start moving his ankles around.
How do you do the single leg raise?
Throw one leg through and wrap it around. No, other way. That's a De La Riva guard. You're going to go this leg all the way through his legs.
Yeah.
Get close and wrap the leg around his hip, up on his hip. There, that's it. Keep your toes pointing outwards. These toes out. There you go. Better. Good. Good. Now you're going to have to start trying to push these legs away. 50 seconds. Good, 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 good. Keep going, everyone. Good. Trying to keep those legs removed is great. Good work. Pushing up or pushing down. Yeah, that happens a lot. Great work, everyone. Pushing up or pushing down? You can rest now. You can rest. You're in 10 seconds left. Well done. Well done. Yeah, mate? You're going to go to the toilet. Okay. Put your shoes on, though. Tell Mr. Evans. Time, everyone. Talk.
Hey, hang back. Let it all out.
Everyone cool? Okay. How did you get on? Good. It's quite tough. It's quite tough. Yeah, it's Jordan. He's going to make it tough.
You don't use your hands, you just try and use your legs.
Yeah. So you still. I mean, the person on top. I mean, the person on the bottom. This isn't really for you, right? This is you're just there to facilitate some sort of resistance or some sort of relativity to the person of what the person is trying to achieve. Yeah. The person on top. How did you remove the legs? What were you using? Where were you placing your hands? Ankles. Agreed. Bit ankles, knees, ankles, knees and ankles. Yeah, cool, excellent. Okay, so we'll look at this in the form of what we were talking about with alignment. So if we go on if Chris is on his back and we're here, he's got pretty good structure. Yeah, because his legs are able to control my distance. Yeah, or control even if he starts to push me, he controls my base. Agreed? So my base, when my feet is connected to the floor, so I can generate and absorb power or a force. If he adds force to me by his structures, he can start to affect my base. Okay, so what do I need to do? Well, you guys were doing this already. You were trying to remove or trying to control the structure. Yeah, by doing this, you were doing this by using these as levers. Now, structures become levers. Okay, so this is what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to take these structures away and making them turning them into levers. We talked about how with a kimura, when the arm is bent, this becomes the end of the lever and you're controlling it. Well, these legs are bent at the moment, so I can use the knees to control. Okay? I can use the knees to control his hips. If I want to start controlling other parts, or I want to start pushing him forward and using his base, I might want to start using the ankles. Yeah, now I'm controlling the end of the lever here. Remembering that he wants to generate force by pushing. If I can remove and put here, now push up. Not as easy. Because I've taken away the base. So back into alignment. I'm now controlling his structure and I'm controlling his base. So I've got 2 out of the 3, pretty good. Yeah, so I'm in a good position. So now I'm starting to look, push, pass, move. However way I can do it by controlling the end of the limbs. And you guys were doing this, so this was great, okay? Good to see. Okay, now I want you to think about this little point. Did anyone manage to pin anything? No. I think because I was a little bit too strict on the rules. So another way you can look at pinning. So if you go on your back, you can step on the foot. Yeah. Did you get anything? No, I'm still working on this. Yeah. So stepping on the foot to come here. Now I can start posturing one side. Yeah. I was doing this with Ollie earlier, Ollie Goosepiece. If you sit up and you sit cross, so he was sitting cross-legged.
Oh, right, okay.
I can start pushing here. Step. And get around. Same thing now, right? I can pin. So I can pin with my feet. I don't have to use my hands. I could use my hands. Just pin his legs down. I can also use my feet. So just things to think about. Yeah? Okay, moving on then. Once again, we're controlling the structure, we're controlling the legs, yeah? I want you to now think about having control or having pressure on one side of the body and sort of equal pressure to the other side of the body. So you have a diagonal, okay? If I'm controlling the knee, I might control the hip on the other side, okay? If I'm controlling the hip, I might control the shoulder, yeah? If I'm in close, I might control the hip and the arm, yeah? So I want you to try and focus on controlling one point and another point, okay? Let's do it this way. We're going to easy in, hard out, okay? You're going to start here. I want you to first, you're going to, nice and easy, the person's going to let you do this. You're going to try and get to a position where you're controlling 1 and 1. Once you get that position, your goal is to try and get past his legs and end up hip to hip, yeah? Chest to chest, or knee on belly. That's your goal. Or Kezakatami, he's got it. You see, looks at everyone. Good work. Well remembered, well remembered. Okay, so we're here. We start here. He's going to let me move into the position that I want to get into. Okay, I'm in my position. Now we start. You've got to try and get back to, let's go, you've got to get back to a closed guard. So you've got to get back to here. I've got to try and get past his legs, hip to hip, chest to chest, or knee on belly. Okay? Cool? Yeah. Play around with it. See what you can come up with. No wrong answers.
You don't have to control the top now.
Yes. You can start using your arm frames as well. So you've got arm frames to worry about and leg frames to worry about. Everyone good? Great. Give that a go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, grab it. Let's go. Nice, 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 nice. Yes. So you start, so you're going to allow the person. That's good, that was good. Okay, reset, start again. So you're going to allow the person, so you start from here. You're going to allow the person to come in and get something on one side and something on this side. So I've got here and here, for example. Okay, so once I get to this position, your time is to try and get back to a closed guard. So you try and lock your legs around me. Okay, and I'm here, I've got to try and pass. Okay, cool. So go light, just try and keep nice and low intensity. Let's look at exploring different ideas, different ways we could do this. That's good. Nice. Great work, everyone, great work. So now you got to try and get past. Good, good, good. Keep those frames in. All right, don't attach yourself to him, okay? Just use your arms, don't grab him, yeah? So you can keep those hands out, but don't grab his gi. If you grab his gi, you've attached yourself to him. You know, if he starts to get past your legs, he's already got an arm. See? Yeah, yeah. There's the legs, good, excellent. What's he doing? Stretch it out. 3 more minutes. Let's go, keep flip-flopping so the other person has a go and you have a go and everyone has a go. Except for Ash. Ash stays on his back. Yeah. I know. Yeah. What happened to your other knee pads? Your brand new ones? What happened to your other knee pads?
I don't mind.
They were alright? Okay. Not that keen on them.
Yeah.
Can you try and pin the hand and see what happens? Yeah. So you remember, you're allowing them to come in to get a pin. So you're going 1, so you've got one side pin. Yeah, so you started from here, wicked. Go from there, see what happens. No, get past. Yeah, just want to see if you do. So you started from here. That's good. Nice. Okay. So next time you do it, try and pin a leg and pin a hand and see what happens. Same with you, Chip. Try and pin a leg and pin a hand, see what happens. So you've moved your way in, pin a leg and pin a hand. So leg and hand. But if you go across the body, she can create that internal rotation. So try and pin a hand to the floor on the other side, see what happens. Okay? Yeah. So you're coming in. Yeah. Good. Now go from there. Pass. Try and stop him. Go. Yeah, but just things to think about. Yeah. This pinning the hand, really powerful. Really, really powerful. I've been playing around with that a little bit. Yes, by pinning the arm. Yeah. You're really stopping the rotation. So you might need to get close to him to do it. So you might have to remove those feet, get close to him. Could you use your knee to pin? Could you get a knee in the middle, pin, and then try and pin that far arm and go from there? Yeah. Can you pin from there? Okay, try and get past. There. Nice. Good. 10 seconds. Time! Good work, everybody. How was that? Interesting. I like that. So if you've got something controlled on the upper body and lower body, it's really difficult, right? You're pinned, I think. Is that what you're saying? Because it's hard to control with the legs. If you've removed the end of the lever, so you've controlled the end, removed the legs, and you've got into that position where you're pinning across at an angle. So you've got that one pin there. Difficult for the person to move, you can look to pass. So you've started to isolate, or you started to like pin people to be able to pass. Cool. So how does it relate to alignment? Yeah, by looking at these pins. So you've taken just to go over what we talked about with alignment, base, posture, structure. If you can control two of those things, you're in good stead to be able to achieve the task that you want to achieve. Okay. Likewise, if your partner controls at least 2 points of these, they're in good stead to do it. So you're going to have to try and get that back. Yeah. So you need to try and get better posture, get better base, or regain your structure. Yeah. So what we also said before in a long, well, it seems like a long ago, but it was about a week ago, was that we said that first thing we need to do is sort out what our alignment first before we start trying to take away the alignment of the other person. Yeah? So what happens, a lot of the battles that we get, a lot of the time, is a battle for alignment. Without thinking about it, that's what we're doing, right? So we're trying to push and turn and move and try and change different things, taking away levers, upending people, taking away their base, so they're trying to regain their base. And that's jiu-jitsu, yeah? We break this down into different, technique after technique after technique after technique, but if you really take it down to the barest of bare, that's what we're doing. We're trying to battle for alignment to then achieve the task of submitting the person. Light bulb moment right there. Everyone cool? Right. Just for funsies, let's try this. We're going to go back to our closed guard now. I'm going to go back to our closed guard. Okay. The goal is first person to get a Kimura grip wins. Person on top and person on the bottom. Okay? So if you get a Kimura grip on me, He wins. If I can get a Kimura grip on you, I win. For now, I just want you to attach yourself with the grip. We went through about controlling it the other day, but for now, I want you just to attach yourself to the grip. This is just trying to find entries into getting that grip. We know what we want to do to control it, yeah, and we can work that from there. But for now, I just want you to try and explore with entries into that grip, yeah. Again, we're trying to work with this idea of repetition without repetition. We're not repeating the same thing over and again. We're repeating the problem and finding different solutions for it. Yeah? Cool? Okay. We'll work the partners. Everyone cool? All right, 1, 2, 3. You step.
How many push-ups can you do? How many cups?
But I tell you what though, that ain't now. So, Kimura's right now.
Do you know what I mean? Like, for a moment I had an opportunity, but I was like, no, that's not the way I'm going to do it.
No, because I can't do it on this arm. I have to do it on this arm. That would be an Americana. You need to, yes, that's yep, that's an Americana. That's not a Kimura. Arm needs to go the other way around. So you might be able to get it on this arm closest to you though. Nope, that's an Americana. Because his arm's by his head. You want the hand by his hip. So flip it over the other way. If you flip that, if you flip that leg, that arm, that's exactly. Yeah, and then flop it. Yeah, this one over, under, and onto you. Yep, that's a Kimura grip.
What is it?
Yeah.
I think I end up going for that one.
Yeah, it's an Americana. Yeah. It's a rotation. Same thing. Yeah, except for you're rotating. You're rotating higher. Yeah. This one you're rotating lower. The difference is that you have better control with the Kimura grip than you do with an Americana.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay.
So I find like I've got a special side control.
Pin.
I'll go for the Americana.
Yeah.
You'll say you can get
Yes.
down there.
Yes. That's it. Or bring him up on his side. Bring him close to you. Come around to the side and bring him up. Yes. 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 You get 2 wins if you get to a Kimura trap position. Double win for a Kimura trap. Double win for a Kimura trap. That's good. Okay, remember. Kimura trap. No, it's gone. He pulled out. Reset, switch over. That's good. Switching over, fantastic. Keep switching. That's it. So you got to try and get that Kimura position. Oh, nice. Yes, you're so close. So you got to try and get these wrists now with the other hand. This one holds the wrist. Yes. It's because it's the other side, isn't it? And this one over, under, onto your wrist.
I was doing my own.
Do you know what though we had was very interesting because there is a way of doing things from there. It's very interesting, Lauren. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not right.
It's good. 1 minute 30. Try to get that. Oh, you nearly had one there. You nearly had a Kimura there. No, Ash. Part flip. Part flipping. Great work, everyone. Keep going.
Why are you tapping?
You got his eye. Ah, my eye! My eye! First person to Kimura wins. You got this, dude.
Yeah.
Kimura from. Yeah, no, the hand was by the hip. It's Kimura. 30 seconds. From underneath. But, yeah, you are off base. Yeah, it's more so if the person can link. So if the person can link hands. Yeah, and we talked about kinetic chain the other day. We talked about kinetic chain. Time! You can go quite light with him, but yeah, he's a big name. How'd you find it? Anyone get a Kimura? Well, apparently I stumbled upon a Kimura. I mean, it's a lot of the time you have to pass the legs before you're going to get the Kimura position. Yeah, on top. To get past the legs. Yeah, if the legs are in the way, there's your structure in front of you. And once again, like, okay, back to that alignment, trying to control that structure or control to try and get what you want. Yeah. Underneath, did you guys manage to get a Kimura position from underneath? I mean, you never really got the chance. But how good? Anyone? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. Cool. So just things to think about. Like we've been doing it, so I want to just try and like blend it in about trying to play around with this Kimura position. Like I said before, it's a great position to submit, and also it's versatile with the amount of submissions that you can get from that position. Yeah. But it's also an excellent position for control. If you're let's just go back to that Kimura track position. Okay, this way. Here. If I'm here, or I'm here, I'm controlling. Just turn. What am I doing? Which we talked about. Yeah, breaking his posture. I am indeed breaking his posture by stopping him being able to rotate. Because I've got something this side controlled and something this side controlled. Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. When things start to make sense, it's fucking brilliant. Yeah, so I'm stopping him being rotated. So by doing something like that, or by getting that crucifix position, I'm controlling the arm here. I'm stopping him from being able to rotate. Also putting this on to pressure. Now if you just try and turn, I've got very, very strong control from here. Yeah, so I've got lots of different options in there. So it is a great way of controlling as well. So definitely something to kind of highlight. Yeah, that's all we're doing in that position, is to try and find those opportunities to highlight that specific thing. Yeah, that specific goal. Everyone cool? All right. Grab some water. We'll do a couple of rounds and call it a night, because believe it or not, it's gone super quick. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Chopped liver.